Welcome back to the Michigan Lynx Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round Hole number 3. Here just we've got a headwind, a nasty looking headwind. We're just setting up for the easy eagle. We're gonna use a P5 side spin 2 plus wind 3 plus ball. This shot is set up for APOC 4 plus and Cat 5 plus. For the drive, we're gonna start using the top of the +2 as our reference. APOC 5 and 6, you'll have the red ring touching the left rough. APOC 7 is 2/3 of the blue ring in the left rough. APOC 8 is 1/3 of the blue ring in the left rough. All of that is at the top of the +2. APOC 4, you'll be at the top of the +8. And you'll have your red ring just clipping into the rough just a touch. Right? 5.8 top spin, 2 left spin. The adjustment is P5 plus 5% max. We're always using full left curl and circle drop OP. If you have a wind 8.5 or higher, so we're playing just before circle drop OP, unless you have wind 8.5 or higher. If your wind is 8.5 or higher, then just play it with circle drop OP. If you're playing with an APOC 4 and you pull into OP, then use whatever OP you pull into plus 1 ring, right? APOC 5 plus, we have not had any issues with that. And all of the testing we've done suggests that you will not have to pull into any OP even with APOC 4, but you never know, right? So if you do, just make sure you add a little extra OP. We're looking to bounce up and land on the pad and roll out towards the end of the pad so that we can blast one across the rough line on the second shot. Get down close to the green for the Endbringer eagle. So for this shot, this is the kind of standard, easy way to play it. Very little risk. Easy eagle. You want to go max top spin with 2 left spin. And what I'm doing is with spin added, I'm going to try and have my blue ring on the rough line and the ball guide kind of following this rough line right here. You see where I'm following? So I want to be between 2 and 3 rings or so off of the rough line here. I want to be kind of in line with this. And the other thing that I'm just making sure is that my second bounce is here, which is about, 3-4 rings off the rough. You want to make sure basically just that you have enough clearance in between your second bounce and the rough, so that way you don't accidentally clip the rough on your second bounce. Now, we've been nowhere close to that. Had no issues here, even with great balls, great right and great left on this shot, have been fine. In fact, I think I hit great right on this one, maybe. But that's the line we're looking for with spin added. Sometimes you can't get there, depends on your drive. Just get it as close to this position. Sometimes you might be pointing right here, Just get it as close to that as you can. Make sure that you're not setting up any closer to the rough than 2 rings. And then make sure that your second bounce is clearing the rough by a couple of rings, at least, no matter what you do. That way, you still get down there far enough to get into Endbringer range. Once you get there, P5 plus 10% at slider. This one's not, we're not trying to put it in the hole, so you don't have to get crazy with this one. You could just, if you're close to max, just play max minus 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, or you can actually grab your plus yard numbers if you like. Always full left curl, always circle drop OP, and if you pull into OP like I did there, then you'll play whatever you pull into plus a ring, right? For the Endbringer rule, the Endbringer is going to play the standard Endbringer rule plus 15%. If you're using a Win 3 ball, and if you're using a Win 5 ball, it'll play the standard plus 20% EB rule. The only thing that will change that is where you are with your starting position. So what I've noticed here is if we're looking at the position where we're over here to the right, so this is a hill that slopes upwards, right? And so if you're on the hillside like I am here, close to the rough, then it plays 20%. If you're down on the bottom over here, closer to the center of the green, then it plays 15% EB rule, right? That's all I've needed to do. You should never be any further left than that unless you're doing something crazy. But just make sure that if you're over there and you're close to the rough, it plays 20%. If you're close to the center of the green, off the side of the hill, it plays 15%. Using the standard Endbringer rule. Besides that, just make sure that you're not setting up in any glitchy spot, and make sure that your ball guide is just through the hole so you don't come up short. Now over here on the left hand side, I'm gonna, well, I was gonna show you a shot, but apparently my power mirror is not working. So if you want, you can play a boost shot to get you closer to the green with a slice to go with it, right? Or a hook or whatever it is. And you know, you can get to the green with boost and a slice. My thought on that is it's not like you're going to drop that shot. So you're adding a lot of risk for not really much reward. The only way it's kind of worth doing is if, you know, you have a low level Endbringer, or you're not very good with Endbringer shots, or not comfortable with the Endbringer shot and you want to try and put it on the green. Then just so you know, you can play the same drive. You can play it with top spin boost, you can roll through the rough, and then you can bang one straight up over the rough with boost and get on the green. It is possible. I did it with a P2 digital ball. So P2 Win 4, top spin boost 5, and I got on the green with it, right? Fairly easily. So it's an idea if you'd prefer to play something like that. You can do it with the same drive, same way, just full boost, and you'll end up rolling through the rough and onto the fairway, and you'll have, you know, a blasted shot towards the green. Good luck, everyone. P5 plus 10 at slider for the approach, P5 plus 5 for the drive. Both of them are full left curl, and you can use plus yards, or you can just guesstimate slider value for your approach shot. It's not that critical. If you wanted to use some plus yard numbers, it's basically 2% per plus yard coming back from max. So like plus 23 is 100% slider, plus 22 will be 98, plus 21 is 96, right? And for every yard lower than that, it's 2% lower slider. So you can make yourself a little chart. 2% per, back from 100.